Welcome back to Professor Layton and the Unwound Future, Part 29. Our story so far. Luke and the others have a brief but intense encounter with the tough rabbit by the name of Subject 3. After some discussion, the rabbit lets the group pass through the riverside area. Using the clues they obtained in Chinatown, our heroes attempt to track down the future Layton. So now let's go talk to Mr. Subject 3 again.
Hello, Subject 3.
What do you want?
I was just wondering about something. Back when you were, when those scientists did work on you.
Work? It wasn't work, kid. It was torture.
Sorry. What I meant to say was back then, at the facility they kept you at.
Don't make me think about that awful place, kid. I've tried my best to block it from my memory. My best memory from that time is diving out there and swimming towards freedom.
So that facility must have been near water.
Yeah, I still remember the puzzle I thought up as I swam those freezing waters.
Wow, you must have been one heck of a multitasker to do that.
Puzzle number 79. 5 swimmers, worth 40 picarats.
The second fastest swimmer is standing next to the biggest person.
I may have the biggest body, but I'm certainly not the fastest swimmer.
I've got the sweetest swimsuit, but I'm no match for Big B. I'm the smallest, but I'll finish 4th. I'll beat the person beside me to win.
Who's the fastest swimmer? Okay, so let's use our deductive reasoning skills to answer this question. So first of all, if the second fastest swimmer is standing next to the biggest person, that means that, well, B is clearly the biggest person, so A or C fits the above statement. However, we already know that A will come in 4th because of the statement saying I'm the smallest. So A is 4th, meaning C must come in 2nd. And then, I may not have the biggest body, but I'm certainly not the fastest swimmer. And this has to be B's statement. Since we've already figured out that the 2nd and 4th place people, that just leaves the 1st, 3rd, and the 5th. B clearly states that he's not the fastest, so he must be either 3rd or 5th. So let's call him number 3 for now. And, let's see. I have got the sweetest swimsuit, but I'm no match for Big B. Meaning E is probably 5th, and D is probably the fastest swimmer.
This one's as good as solved. I knew it!
First rate, swimmer D is the fastest. Swimming is a lot of fun, but be sure to always warm up beforehand.
Subject number 79 is now in your puzzle index.
Well, look at that. I guess you're one human who actually has some smarts. Gee, thanks. Okay, so I think we should go talk to Subject 3 again. He has something to say, doesn't he? What? What do you want?
Want? Oh, I don't want anything, I just...
Well, if you don't got a reason to talk to me, take a hike.
Take a hike!
Take a hike! I'm Richard! Richard! Subject 1, is that you? Well, I'll be. It is. You made it out of the lab alive, too, eh? Eh? Don't Canadians only say eh? I have never heard a British citizen say eh, or someone with a British accent say eh. It annoys me because I'm Canadian, and Canadians don't say eh, or we don't say about either. We say about.
Huh? So Richard was a lab animal like Subject 3.
Who would have guessed? You look good, Subject 1. Keep your beak clean out there, okay? Okay, so now let's walk up. And pick up 3 hint coins, as always. This one. Crawfish in the things. These are a new addition. Interesting. Let's try. What's this? Looks like a power plant. Or a nuclear facility. The world's gonna blow up. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's go talk to this little man over here. Or not little, he's kind of big. And just who you be? My name is Layton. I don't believe I've made your acquaintance, Mr. Oh, me? I'm Mr. Bacon. Beacon, actually. I take care of the lighthouse in the river. Then you shouldn't be there, protecting the shore from errant boats instead of hanging out there. Oh, here. Blah, blah, blah. So, what is this puzzle? Making a scene. Worth 40 picarats. One mate is standing in front of a child. 2 males are standing behind a female. 1 male and 1 female are standing behind a male. A female is standing behind a child. What is the minimum number of people presented in the scene described? So, let's see if we draw... Let's draw a picture, okay? So let's see if we draw... Let's see if we draw 3 people, okay? And this goes the male man, male child, and female man. What man? Whoops. No, females are not men. So 1, 2... Okay, that's a skirt. 3. So, female, child, male. So, 1 male is standing in front of a child. Okay, that makes sense. 2 males are standing behind a female. Okay, that also makes sense. 1 male and 1 female are standing behind a male. That's true. A female is standing behind a child. Very true. And the answer is that there are only 3 people.
Let's see if I've got this right. Just as I suspected.
Now that's a crowd. Puzzle number 60 is now in your puzzle index. Goodness, you're quite the brainiac, aren't you? Interesting. Well, Professor Layton is a professor. I'm sure he has his PhD in whatever he is specializing in. Because other than that, he wouldn't technically be a professor, would he? Okay, so now they're mingling, and honestly, I don't care. Something about fishiness. You got a fork sticker in picture book 3. Richard got us delivery request. Beacon's hat. Okay, so now let's head back since there's nothing else we can do. Let's go right.
What a quaint little restaurant! It's called the Thames Arms, Flora. Don't you remember, you smarty pants?
Well, the Thames Arms appears to be open. What say we step inside and take a good look around? Let's collect 3 hate coins first. That's 1.
In my time, that lighthouse is a symbol of the Thames.
Okay, why did I use Flora's voice again? And then I think there's a hidden... Yes, there we go. There's a hidden puzzle.
Look!
A hidden puzzle! Luke's voice seems like it's changing. Time cards worth 30 picarats. 4 cards below 0, 1, 2, and 6 can be used to display different times of the day, as seen in example 2:16. If using a 24-hour clock, how many different actual times can be created by rearranging the 4 cards? You must use all 4 cards to display each time, and the cards cannot be overlapped. Okay, let's see. So let's write these numbers out. So let's start off with 1, okay? So it could be 1, 26. Oh my goodness. Let's redraw that again. So 1, 26, 29. Okay, and that's all. So there's 2. And then there is 216, 219, because you can flip to 6, right? And then there is 6, 12, 6, 21, 9, 12, 9, 21, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8 now. Then there is 10, 26, 10, 29, then there is 1206, then 1209, so now plus 4 is equal to 12, and then there is 1606, which means 4 o'clock, or 1602, 160020, sorry. Okay, that's another 2, so that brings our total to 14. And then there is 1902, 1920, that's another 2. And then we have 2016, 2019, so another 2. And then 2106 and 2109, bringing our total to 20. And the answer, therefore, is 20.
How about this? I knew it!
Wow, 16,000 pie carrots.
That's it. Sticking a fork in this puzzle because it's done.
Okay, so I guess we can now enter the Thane's arms. And pick up 3 hint coins while we're at it. The crystal here is top-notch, although it kind of looks really dusty. Okay, that's 2. And the 3rd one is here. And I think we should go talk to Mr. Question mark. Barkeep. Gentlemen, lady, welcome to Thane's Arms. Good afternoon, sir. We're here in search of acquaintance who may have come by today. As you can see, business is quite slow. One regular came in earlier, but he left a minute ago. I see. This regular didn't happen to come from Chinatown, did he? Forgive me, but it doesn't seem right to give out that kind of information without his consent. So at least we know it's a guy, right? Of course, I understand your concern. However, this information could be vital in ensuring the safety of London. That's quite a claim to make. What about this? If you help me with a problem I'm having, perhaps I can help you with yours. Okay. Puzzle number 81. Dice dates. You've decided to make a special pair of dice that display each day of the month numerically on your desk, as shown by the 12 at the top on the screen below. Each day must use both dice, however, meaning a single-digit day, like the 1st and the 2nd of the month, will display as 01 and 02 respectively. You thought you could have designed... You thought you had the design figured out, but the layouts below don't display at all the dates. Draw a circle around one number that needs to be changed. Oh, sorry, that's not even a circle. So, think about how we make each date, starting from the 1st of each month. So, I see, okay. So, the ways think at this moment, the 7th, 8th, and 9th of the month cannot be displayed. For example, it's impossible to display 07 for the 7th day of the month because there's no 0 to pair with the 7. So therefore, we need to change something on this side to make sure that we can have 07. And guess what? I have a plan. It's this number, because have you considered flipping any of the numbers upside down to help you create all of the days? That's because 9 can be flipped to become a 6, which is on this side, right? So this has to be changed to a 0.
That should do the trick. Well, that's settled.
Yes, that is settled. Nice! The 6 needs to be changed. The certain design doesn't allow the dice to display the numbers 07 or 08, but if you change the 6 to a 0, you can flip the 9 upside down to use it as a 6 and display all the dates. Puzzle number 81 is now on your puzzle index. Excellent! Your help is much appreciated. Now that we've solved your problem, can you tell us about the man who was here earlier? A deal's a deal. The customer who came by earlier is what some might call a bit of an old duck. Every time he comes in, he's wearing something different. Maybe he thinks I won't recognize him.
So, he disguises himself?
He tries to, at any rate. He told me that he couldn't afford to be spotted in public, so he always wore different clothes. And this man hauls from Chinatown. That's right, he says he comes here to unwind. His routine's pretty much the same every day. Usually he wears in wearing that top hat of his, orders a beverage, and finds a seat by the window.
Did you say he wears a top hat?
I did. It's a tall number like the one your friend is wearing. But, as you said before, this man has already left today. That's right. If you were here a few minutes ago, you would have bumped him to leaving.
Do you suppose that means he's going back to the Towering Pagoda, Professor?
I think there's a good possibility. Why don't we confirm our suspicions?
That's a good idea. Let's go.
And Barkeep totally knows what they're doing. Have a nice day. Okay, so let's now leave the restaurant. And, well, who do we see? I see Barton.
Hi there, Barton. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, hello, Luke. I've been traveling around on foot and gathering information. But all that walking has me in the mood for a snack.
So that's why you're peeking through the restaurant window.
Yes, I confess that a lovely wobbly jelly caught my eye. Do a hungry man favor to keep my little break secret from the inspector, please. I wouldn't dream of reporting you, my good man. But now that you mention it, where is the inspector? He's been conducting a series of exhaustive interviews with everyone he meets in town. Once he finds a useful source, he really knows how to wring it out, every last detail.
I bet.
Okay, so now let's walk left. And continue walking left, because now we have to go back to the Towering Pagoda.
Oh, my dear sweet Fluke, I've been looking everywhere for you. What are you doing here?
Please excuse Luke here. He's all surprised. What a pleasant coincidence is that we've happened to walk through here.
Coincidence? Oh, no. It's nothing short of fate. Because, you see, Fluke and I are destined for one another. Well, I suppose that's one way of putting things.
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting things.
Fate? Destiny? Luke, what are you having to say about the sweet girl? Me? Nothing. It's all one big understanding. But, well,
we aren't, involved like that.
Oh, Fluke, when you get all flustered like that, you're so cute, I could just eat you up.
I'm not flustered or cute.
Hush now, my strong, gorgeous man. There will be one flirting later. I came to let you know that I've been seeing strange men running all over town looking for you. They keep going on about the boss, blue hats, and other gibberish. That sounds bad. Professor, do you think the family has finally caught on to us?
I fear that might be the case. If so, we have limited time. We must gain access to Towering Pagoda before the family reinforces their guard in the area.
Don't be scared, my sweetling. Blah, 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 blah. Look, Belle, thanks for the warning. But now, you can stop worrying about me now. And you can stop calling me weird names. Alright, so let's go now. Oh, Fluke, I love when you play hard to get. It makes me swell.
Well then, so let's save our progress. And we've been playing for 7 hours and 30 minutes. So now we have to head back to the Towering Pagoda by going right. And going right again. And continuing to go right. Finally, let's go talk to Seagull. It is our favorite. Hi there, friends. Did you find the fellow you've been chasing? Unfortunately, no. But I'm confident we'll corner him at the Towering Pagoda this time. Yikes, jumping into the lion's den, eh? You'd be careful in Chinatown. On the off chance things might get hairy there, you always come and talk to me. I'll help you out.
The way you say that makes me think that there's more than of a chance things will get hairy.
Not at all, my small friend. But you know what they all say. Hope for the best, prepare for the not the best.
The not best? Don't you mean the worst?
I do. I don't know. Illiterate seagull, eh? Say, speaking of preparation, you fellows ever heard of this one? This puzzle is worth 30 picarats. What shall we do? Wheat stash. To stockpile some wheat in case of a future shortage, you've decided to mill some of your grain into flour and then stash it away somewhere dry. You've rustled up 3 different boxes suitable for storage. And which of these containers will store the most flour? Okay, so you'll be storing flour, so basically it's powder, so you need a box that's both big and deep. So if you compare boxes A and C, they're about the same size. However, their lids are quite different. Look, B looks too small to even consider choosing, so B is definitely out of the question. If 2 of the boxes have the same size, it seems one has the bigger lid would be more useful, right? Unless there's another way of looking at it. Imagine all the boxes upside down. Which of these boxes would hold the most? Meaning, the lid on A is at the bottom, but if you flip it, it would contain the most flour. So A is the correct answer.
How about this? I knew it!
266 picarats.
Waiting!
Yeah, that's The Big Bang Theory. Puzzle number 82 is now in your puzzle index. Now that's that. What? Now that's out of the way. I suppose you'll be heading to the Towering Pagoda, eh? Okay, what's up with everyone saying eh? No one says eh anymore, do they? Watch yourselves out there. You hear? Okay, so now let's head back to Chinatown. And guess what? It looks like Mr. Professor is still waiting. Hi there, Mr. Professor. I saw you coming this time, which is why I didn't scream. Oh, well then. And let's go talk to Rudolph once again. Well, hello again, whippersnappers. Did you manage to find the Towering Pagoda's horrible boss? No, we just missed him down by the river. But I've heard he's back at the pagoda now. Oh, whoo! All that coming in and going sure makes a lot of trouble for you all. It's a good thing you're still young and full of peep.
And what about you? Have you resolved your little problem?
Problem? I don't follow you. What do you mean, friend?
Don't play innocent. Lynn's talking about your lunchtime rendezvous with Pepper.
Rendezvous? Yes, wonderful French for the win. What? Oh, no. My wife's mistaking all about that. Really, it was nothing so scandalous. Thank you for your concern, but it's all about big understanding. Big misunderstanding. So don't pay it any mind. Please, to hear that there's no reason to worry. Come now, everyone. We mustn't waste any more time getting into the pagoda. Okay, Professor. I'd best head home before Myrtle explodes. Okay, sounds good. So let's now enter the bookshop. And enter here, because there is a puzzle that needs to be solved by talking to Misha. Books are substance for the soul. Have you discovered the value of the written word, boy? Of course, I love books. I've read the Sherlock Holmes stories at least a dozen times. Books are tricky things. Some are enlightenment made physical, while some are just so much paper. Only by reading can one sort the worthwhileness. I never thought of it that way. Yes, within books sleep 1,000 puzzles. Here's one more. Huh? Puzzle number 83. Shelve the books. Arrange the books below into the green bookshelf following these rules. No books can go to the left of the brown book. Only the blue book can touch the green book. The yellow book goes on the left of the white book. The white book must touch the purple book. The white book needs to be sandwiched between the yellow and purple books and not touch any others. An empty space big enough for one book must be left next to the yellow book. Okay, sounds good. So this doesn't seem too hard because guess what? We can rotate these books. And rotating is always fun. So that's why I should probably go on this side, because no book can go to the left of the brown book. And then, let's see, since the white book needs to be sandwiched, let's rotate this book. Come on, rotate. Oh, fine, I won't rotate that for now. I'll rotate this book. And put this on the very left, or right, because the blue book must not touch the purple book. Actually, no, that's the wrong place. The purple book must go here. Oh, the blue book must touch the purple book, I see. My bad. So that goes there. And let's see. Since white must be sandwiched in between blue, or between yellow and purple, let's rotate this. Ugh, sorry, excuse me. Come on, rotate already. Okay, there we go. And then I'll rotate this. Come on, rotate. I'm getting very angsty. There we go. And because an empty space must be big enough to be left of the yellow book, that basically fits everything. Meaning the purple book must go up top here. And that's the answer.
How about this? Phew, that's a relief.
Book smart. Paper and ink are just made objects. In time, they will rot and vanish. But the ideas and knowledge they contain are eternal. Unless they are trashy novels. Cough, Twilight, cough. Aspire to read as many books of real value as possible. What about Sherlock Holmes? Are those books of value? Oh, absolutely. They're the first mignon of soul substance. Okay, so now let's head back to the Tavern Pagoda. But first, we must go enter the noodle shop. And look what we have here! We have found Barton eating. What? A barbecue pork bun? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Hello, Barton. How goes your investigation with the inspector? I was just taking a break too, so reflecting upon the case the inspector and I were on the other day. I see. Well, what exactly happened on the case? We had to chase our suspect across the river, but I can't remember how long it took. Chew. Puzzle number 84. Crossing the river, worth 30 picarats. 4 police officers are attempting to chase a criminal across the river. However, their boats can only hold 2 people at a time. The first trip across takes 1 minute, but since the rower gets tired, the second crossing takes 2 minutes if the same person rows. The third takes 3, and so on, getting slower and slower each time. In minutes, what is the shortest amount of time it will take 4 police officers to get across the river? So, think of the first 2 as A and B. So the first officers as A and B, okay? So let's tell me A and Barton B. One of them rows the other to the opposite side. Whoever does the rowing gets tired, so make note of that. After the first trip across, have the officer who didn't do the work row back. Using this method, the first 2 who came across will each have rowed only once. When the one rows back, pick up the third officer and have a new person rowing. After the action described in what I just said, it would take 1 minute to go across, then 1 minute back, then 1 minute across, and 2 minutes back. So it takes 5 minutes for the 4th officer to be picked up. There's just 1 more trip left, meaning that it takes 6 minutes for the police to
Let's see if I've got this right. Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Correct, it will take 6 minutes. Row A's A and B across. B rows back, picks up C, and C rows across. Now that A, B, and C are across the river, one of them has to row back and get D, who then takes over and rows across. Ah, yes, that's right. Thanks for helping me. Remember, now I can finally get back to snacking. Okay, you're eating a barbecue pork pun. How is that snacking? You got a new patrol route. Okay, let's go talk to Pepper. Welcome to Pepper's Noodle Palace. Hello there, Pepper. Hello there yourself. Thanks for stopping by again. Hungry again already? Actually, I'm still quite full. So now, puzzle number 85. More noodling around. Bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles are lined up in a row on the counter. Switch the food around so that the bowls of the plain noodles and the pork noodles alternate, but make sure they all remain evenly spaced on the counter. What is the fewest number of moves it will take to accomplish this task? Also, in this puzzle, simply switching the places of 2 bowls counts as 2 moves. Let's see. So I can move 1 ball like that, and that would be considered 1. But just wait. You can move the pork off the bowl. Meaning, you don't even need to move bowls. There is no need to, or that it takes 1 move to accomplish the task. Because, although that's kind of unsanitary considering if 1 bowl soup has, let's say, satay sauce, and the other bowl is beef sauce, and it's the person who ordered the beef soup is allergic to satay, that means that that person will get an allergic reaction, and that's not good, is it?
How about this? I knew it!
That's using your noodle! Okay. Puzzle number 85 is now in your puzzle index. Nice work there! Gee, thanks. Well, what did we get? We got a watch sticker for picture book number 3. And now let's leave the restaurant. And what happened to Dylan? Let's go find him. He's probably in this toy shop over here. So let's go talk to him. Toy cars, Palais. Sam's allowance worth 30 picarats. 3 boys are admiring a toy car on sale for 12 pounds. Who uses pounds? Oh, sorry. Sorry if I offended any, British viewers out there, I'm sorry. A lot of people use pounds. How's that? More than the Canadian dollar. Jeff says, if Pete and I pool our allowances. We can buy this car together in 2 weeks. Sam says that Pete and I could buy it in 3 weeks. And Pete said, it would take you guys 6 weeks to save up enough. All allowances are received weekly. How many pounds is Sam's weekly allowance? So, let's see if Let's say if Jeff's allowance is £2 a week and Pete's allowance is £4 a week, that means that Jeff, because 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6, right? And then if Jeff has 4 and then Pete has 2, that fits the equation quite perfectly. But if Sam has so let's see. But if Sam says Pete and I could buy it in 3 weeks. So let's say Pete. So I see, okay. So Sam's allowance is £0.
How about this? No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Oh, guess who I see? Viv.
Hello there.
Hello, gentlemen. So lots of mingling once again. Puzzle number 88. Discounts worth 30 picarats. This shop only sells 3 different items for 1, 2, or 3 pounds. Really, that store must be really puny. You bought 6 items and paid £9.5. How many of each 1, 2, or 3 pounds item did you buy? You bought at least one of each, and there is no tax. Gee, people in Britain don't have tax? Blasphemous. Okay, so if 1 apple, so the total amount you paid is a fraction, so let's start thinking there. The half-price item that resulted in a fraction are the 1 and 3 pound items. Remember the condition of getting the half off discount. If you buy 3 of the 3 pound items, you'll exceed £9.5. If you try to buy a total of 6 items, the item that gives you 0.5 is a 1 pound item, meaning that there should be 1 3 pound item, 2 2 pound items, and 2 1 pound items.
This one's as good as solved.
What? Did I make a mistake?
Let me think this through again.
Wow, failure. Okay, this is like the first time I've ever made a mistake. But anyways, I know what I made a mistake. It's actually 3 apples.
This one's as good as solved. Phew, that's a relief.
Phew, I made a mistake, and I am now killing myself. Well, it's okay. Who cares? Splendid! You bought 3 1 pound items, 2 2 pound items, and 1 3 pound item. To get 0.5 pounds, you have to buy 3 of either 1 pound or 3 pound items. But you knew that already, didn't you? Yeah, I have no idea what I did. And I think I'll end my Let's Play here. Until next time, bye-bye.